everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. I'm excited to take your questions. I'm Lara Trump. You have the questions. I'm going to answer them. But before we start, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, AMAC. As we approach another critical election, a wave of concern washes over America. Recent studies reveal that an astonishing 56% of our fellow citizens report feelings of anxiety or dread about the upcoming presidential election. That's why I stand with AMAC. AMAC is more than just a senior discount organization. During these challenging times, they fight for common sense and hope that our nation returns to traditional American values. Visit amac.us/Lara today to seize an exclusive election year special, a 4-year AMAC membership for just $30. As an AMAC member, you not only enjoy money-saving benefits, but also the AMAC magazine, free Social Security, and Medicare advice, a trusted voice in Washington, and a community of like-minded patriots who love this great nation. By becoming an AMAC member, you're strengthening a movement dedicated to preserving the principles we hold dear. Take advantage of this election year special, a 4 years for $30 special, and be part of the solution over the next 4 years. You can join us now at amac.us/LARA. That's amac.us/Lara. All right, now let's get to your questions. Here we go. Question number 1. What would you suggest to start helping on the campaign and be a helper with the voting? We want you to help. Yes, please come help us. Here's the truth. We always want volunteers. We want people to help us get out the vote. That means we want door knockers. We want people who can help us register voters. We want people to go out and engage with low propensity voters. These are people who maybe every 4 election cycles will come out and vote, but not every year. We want you to help us get those people out, but we also need people, once we get out the vote, get them voting early, get them sending it in by mail, legal ballot harvesting. Whenever we do that, we need to then protect the vote. We also want your help with that. DonaldJTrump.com, GOP.com, or protectthevote.com. These are all websites that we, via the RNC and the Trump campaign, who are now one single entity, these are sites that we have set up in order to get people to help us and volunteer. Because let's face it, nothing is more important than ensuring we have a free, fair, and transparent election. I mean, the truth is 2020 was such a bad year. 2020 can never happen again. It was a tough year, but we learned a lot from that experience. That campaign cycle, that election cycle, we're never repeating in the United States of America. In fact, at the RNC, we've taken measures to return a lot of the states that illegally changed the way they vote under the guise of COVID-19, of course, during the 2020 election, to return it back to the way it originally was, or even strengthen what they have in those states. We want to make it harder to cheat and easier to vote. That's the goal. And so if you want to be a part of that, if you want to be on our team, if you want to be part of history and help Donald J. Trump secure his position as the 47th president of the United States, please come on board. DonaldJTrump.com, GOP.com, protectthevote.com. All great ways you can come join us. We want you. Please come be a part of this team. Okay, next question. Will President Trump fix the issue of illegal immigrants getting better benefits than veterans when he returns to office? He's going to do you one better. Ready for this? Illegal immigrants are going to be deported when Donald Trump becomes president of the United States again. He's already said this. He's going to undertake a massive deportation effort. If you have committed any crime at all while you've been in the United States as an illegal here, you are going to be the first to go. The fact that we have people here who are just committing crimes left and right and then just being sent back out on the street, absolute insanity. Donald Trump has already said he is going to undertake a massive deportation effort once he is back in office. And every single person in this country, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent, should say thank you to Donald Trump whenever he actually does this. Why? Because we cannot sustain a country with millions and millions of undocumented illegal people who are not paying into our systems. Every state now is a border state. It's not just hurting Texas and Arizona and New Mexico and California. It's hurting every state in our union because it is being spread out across the country. And whether it's hurting your school system, your healthcare system, you are going to feel it come sometime very soon if you haven't already. It is a huge problem, and we cannot go forward in this country just allowing people to pour over the southern border. Is he going to fix illegal immigrants getting better benefits than our veterans? You bet your ass he is. And not only that, don't forget what Donald Trump did for the veterans when he was in office. This is one of the things he ran on in 2016 and delivered on once he was inaugurated in 2017. All 4 years of his presidency, he was a champion of our veterans. Let's take a moment and say thank you to the men and women who have served our country in uniform. If not for you, we would not be able to be here today. We would not be able to say we live in the freest country on earth, the United States of America. So thank you to our veterans out there. We owe you a debt of gratitude. And the very least we could do for you is ensuring that you can actually get the health care and benefits that you need when you need them. I have a veteran who happens to be my dad's best friend. He's a man named Andre, and he has a hard time figuring out how to deal with all of his veteran benefits. They don't make it easy. They don't make anything accessible for him. Thank goodness he has great friends and family who look out for him, but everyone is not that lucky. So I can guarantee you, Donald Trump will go in there. He will make sure that we take care of this illegal immigration issue, and he will simultaneously make sure we are taking care of our veterans. Next question. Okay, next question. Do you go to the gym or do you use a home gym? I like to go to the gym. All right. Now, look, everybody's got the days that we get a little busy or we don't have a lot of time, or you got an early flight and you got to just kind of get something in quick. I do have a Peloton. I discussed this recently in an episode of The Right View with Brian Urlacher, who also has a Peloton and would not give me his Peloton name. But Brian, I know what your hashtag is. For those wondering, it's hashtag Trump 2024. So based. Love it. Great stuff. So I'm looking for his name out there. I'm going to find him one day on Peloton. But I won't tell you what my Peloton name is because I like to be a little low key. It does have to do with She-Ra. If you know She-Ra, He-Man's sister, just saying, maybe look it up. But yeah, we have a nice little Peloton that every now and again I will use. Although here's the thing, living in Florida, you have the opportunity to work out outside all the time. So honestly, unless there's some extenuating circumstance that keeps me in my house to use that Peloton, I'm probably like out on my bike, out on the road. One of those people. Yeah, I'm in that like crazy looking outfit. Yep, that's me. Don't care. Love doing it. Other than that, yeah, I like to go to the gym. And I actually did a nice little CrossFit workout today. And it's great to be around other people. You get motivated by other people. Somebody might be doing something a little differently than you, a little more weight than you, a little less weight than you, going a little harder or a little, softer than you. That's okay. Everybody's doing their own thing, but we're all inspiring one another. So if I could have it my way and I could do what I want to do on the perfect day and in the perfect scenario, going to the gym. I want to be in it. I want to be involved in it. And traveling this country over the next 30 weeks, you may see me at a gym near you. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. You never know. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Nobody move. We will be right back. All right, I hate to interrupt the show, but I want to share a new company with you called Googie Pet. Googie Pet is a total game changer for dogs. Pet owners care deeply about their pets because they're family. I've introduced my dogs to Googie Pet all-natural vitamin chews, and the transformation has been incredible. Big brands often put profits before our pets' health. Googie Pet is different. It started with 3 dog-loving brothers on a mission. Partnering with a PhD animal nutritionist, they created Googie Pet. It focuses on bringing dog vitamin chews that are made in the USA and where every ingredient has a purpose which is to improve the health and happiness of our dogs. The Googie Pet 10-in-1 multivitamin chews can not only improve your pet's joint flexibility and energy levels, but can also make their coats softer and shinier than ever. I like keeping my dogs moving and very active, so it's good to know I'm able to help them even more by adding this supplement to their daily routine. Googie Pet also offers different products like their hemp calming chews that can naturally ease their anxiety, making them calmer, happier, and healthier. I'm so passionate about creating positive change in dogs, and I want to offer a special 20% discount offer just for you. Visit googipet.com/Lara Trump, and it will redirect you to buy these amazing products straight from Amazon. You can also use code Lara Trump, LARATRUMP, at checkout for 20% off. All right, you might have heard Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their box stores or shopping channels the way they used to. They've been a part of this cancel culture, and so they want to say thank you by passing the savings directly to you with a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started MyPillow, it was just a one-product company. With the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To get the word out, I want to invite my listeners to check out their $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, just $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. Their 6-pack towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels, you guessed it, just $25. For the first time ever, the premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, just $25. Orders over $75 will receive free shipping as well. This amazing offer won't last long, so go to mypillow.com and use promo code TRUMP or call 800-624-3945 today. All right, let's get back to these questions. Next question, when will you hire Scott Presler? All right, there was a lot of talk about this, a lot of chatter about this, which I love. I love chatter. I love interest. I love the fact that people are excited and invested in this election, because that's what it's going to take, folks, for us to win. Let's face it, there's never been a more critical time in the history of America than right now. We cannot allow Joe Biden and the Democrats to have 4 more years, because we will not have a country on the other side of it. Some of you may know Scott Presler out there. Some of you may not. Scott Presler is a grassroots hero. This is a guy, I posted a picture with him on all of my social media a couple of weeks ago. He came in and met with us at the RNC offices in DC. Guy with long hair. If you know him if you've seen him. But he is a grassroots hero because Scott Presler has single-handedly registered more voters in America, I think, than any human alive or dead, period. He's amazing. And he's such a hustler, and he's got such a good grasp on everything that needs to happen and things that are going on around the country in very specific communities, and how to tap into that everywhere across the country. So I said, I want Scott on our team. Who wouldn't want a guy like this on your team? Obviously. So I went on a show, Benny Johnson's show, and I talked about the fact that I would love to have someone like Scott Presler head up our illegal ballot harvesting operation. So then I called Scott shortly thereafter, and I said, what's your story? What's going on? Turns out Scott has his own organization, which I think is fantastic. He's worked very hard over the course of several years to set this up. And he said, listen, I want to keep my organization, but I want to help. What do we do? So we got together and we said, however we can legally partner, we're going to legally partner. So the RNC and the Trump campaign are going to be working side by side with Scott Presler and his organization to ensure that we are utilizing all of the power that we have together. That's what it's about. Everybody across this country can do it too. And again, that's what it's going to take for us to be successful come November 5th. We got to pool all our resources, because we know the resources they have on the other side, right? It's not just the DNC. It's not just the Soros type donors that can just dump millions of dollars into a race like this. It's not just the Zuckerbergs who have control of social media. It's not just Hollywood and the music industry who's so heavily influential in our society right now. And it's not just the mainstream media, because we know what they do and we know how they operate. It's all of them combined together. So we have to fight the same way on our side. So we're utilizing all of our resources. We're legally partnering however we can with everyone out there who wants to win. And that's what I love about Scott. This is a guy who just wants to win. He wants to put his head down, he wants to work hard, and he wants to win. And guess what? I want to do that. Donald Trump wants to do that. And I know you want to do that. So in terms of quote unquote hiring Scott Presler at the RNC, not officially happening, but working alongside him and his organization, you better believe we are. Absolutely. It's already started. And let me tell you something. It's a beautiful thing. I love to see it. So thank you for your question. Okay. Final question. How did you get so skanky? Oh, skanky, really? Did it start when you sold your soul to Trump? What are you talking? What is skanky? What does that even mean? And what do you mean sold my soul to Trump? Here's what I'll tell you. I grew up in southeastern North Carolina. I came from a very normal family, probably like the average family in America. And I was raised with very good values. My parents, Bob and Linda, raised me a certain way, and I'm very proud of that. And I would never do anything to hurt my family in any way or to shame them in any way. And I certainly wouldn't put myself out there or have ever put myself out there for a man or for a family who is anything other than very deserving of it. And there's a lot that gets said about Donald Trump. There's a lot that gets said about our whole family, including my husband, my brother-in-law, all of us. Here's what I will tell you. Any person in America out there could sit down at a table with Donald J. Trump and have a great conversation with him. He, as you may have noticed, doesn't judge people on the same type of things that it seems like folks on the left do. They judge you on the left based on your skin color, on your gender, on the gender you decide you are all of a sudden. A lot of virtue signaling going on that side of the aisle, on your sexuality. Donald Trump never cared about that. He has only cared about people at their core. And the only color, just to be clear, that Donald Trump has ever seen is green. That's what he's always cared about. And so the idea that somehow I've sold myself out to the Trump family, give me a freaking break. I am honored to have the last name Trump. I am honored to be a part of this family. I'm honored to be a small part of history, because if you look at the history of America, Donald Trump put his stamp very heavily on it from a whole host of different places. Look at the skyline of New York. Look at The Apprentice. Look at television and entertainment in general. Where would it be without Donald J. Trump? And then politics, let's face it, whether you love Donald Trump or hate Donald Trump, man, he got people very interested in politics. And quite frankly, I think that's a good thing. We should all be invested in what's happening in our country and in how we vote and the future of our country. So I will say to my father-in-law, thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for this country. I'm honored to be by your side to do all of these things. And to the individual who asked me how I got so skanky or when I got so skanky, you may want to look on your side of the aisle, because there are a lot of skanky folks on the left. But I digress. God bless you. Thank you for the question. All right, that's going to do it for us here at Lara Trump. Wanted for questioning. Please send us more. You can post under this episode. You can go to any of our social media and post your questions. We will see them. I will try to answer them no matter how nice or not nice they might ultimately be. Until next time, we'll see you back here for more of Lara Trump, Wanted for questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.